And we are back for the final time in the Nations League group stages. I know it is sad to see the series been put on hold once again after just a week of having it back. But fear not, we have non-stop Premier League and Champions League content coming up for you on this channel over the course of the next couple of months up until the World Cup, where once again we will be posting daily all the way through the World Cup and then as often as possible for the rest of the season after that. So fear not, there is plenty of content still coming up. And of course, the Nations League series will be returning next summer when we have all of the playoffs and the semi-finals and finals in the various divisions to decide where everyone will be playing in the next iteration. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the stuff coming up over the next couple of months and thereon after. Let's go straight into last night's results, because I'll be honest with you, last night was one of the craziest nights of international football I've probably ever seen. But these were the games as you see them here, and these were the results. As you can see, I didn't do particularly well, but there were a lot of reasons why, and we'll go through them quickly one by one. Estonia winning 4-0 in the opener, meaning that poor old San Marino end their Nations League campaign rock bottom of League D with 0 points, so confirming them as the worst team in Europe, sadly for them. Into the next group, we did see Georgia wrap up their group in style, and Bulgaria getting a great win away in North Macedonia. All in all, Gibraltar are permanently relegated, as we already knew. Into League B, and again, an absolutely crazy game in Montenegro, which saw 5 players booked and a sending off in the first 19 minutes for Montenegro. So 5 players booked and a player sent off in the first 19 minutes. Then the manager made 3 substitutions, not just 1 to cover up for the red card. He made 3. And then Finland won 2-0 in the second half. Absolute madness. All while that was going on, Romania did the job that they needed to do, which was to win 4-1 at home to a reserve Bosnia team, which had already confirmed their promotion, which all in all meant that despite Romania's efforts, they ended up being relegated because Finland won. So absolutely crazy results in that one. And then, of course, we have what happened in League A, which was the bizarre 3-3 draw between England and Germany, and heartbreaking for Hungary fans as Italy did get the expected away win, which meant that Italy got promoted and Hungary missed out by just 1 point. And of course, England ended up relegated. So absolutely bonkers night of Nations League action. Exactly why the competition was introduced in the first place, to bring us nights like this where anything could happen with everything on the line. But all in all, it was a matchday score of 2 for me, which brings my tournament score to a very nice 100 exactly. So, as always, please let me know down in the comments how you got on, and let's look ahead to tonight's action, which I think is potentially going to be even more entertaining, because as we look at the fixtures here, there are caveats everywhere. There is all but one game that matters tonight, and we'll start with League C in the group of Kosovo, Cyprus, Greece and Northern Ireland. There are so many connotations that I've just put the group on the screen for you, because so many different things could happen. Greece are already promoted, whatever happens. Kosovo have to win to not get relegated. Cyprus have to win to not get relegated. And Northern Ireland have to win to not get relegated. But if Cyprus win and Northern Ireland win, then that means Kosovo are relegated. If Kosovo and Cyprus draw and Northern Ireland win, then Cyprus are relegated. If Northern Ireland lose and Kosovo and Cyprus win, then Northern Ireland are relegated. So many different things that could happen in this game, and well, I'm going to start with that Kosovo-Cyprus game, where I am going to go for a Kosovo win. I'm going to go for 3-1 in this one. I think they should have far too much strength for the Cypriots in the end, so unfortunately that will mean relegation for the Cypriots, but I'm going to go for the 3-1 win for Kosovo. I think that is the fairest prediction to go for in that one. As for the other game in the group, Northern Ireland, of course, cannot rely on Kosovo to do them a favour against Cyprus, so I expect them to be going for absolutely everything against the Greeks, who I expect to play a rested team once again, given the fact that they are already guaranteed their promotion from this group. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Northern Ireland, which is potentially controversial. I think Greece will probably still be the favourites going into the game, but like I said, I can't see them putting out any major names with their position already secured for the next round. So Northern Ireland, I'm going to go for in that one. Up to the 3 groups in League B, and we start with the group of Norway, Serbia, Sweden and Slovenia, where everything is to play for in these fixtures, which we absolutely love to see. We'll start with the top 2, both level on points with 10 going into this game, meaning that this is pretty much a flat-out promotion game. The winner will get promoted, and obviously the loser will stay in the division. However, because Norway won in Serbia, that means if Norway are able to get a draw in this one, even though they'll be on the same points, they will get promoted on the countback. So Serbia do have to get the win here. However, the more I look at this fixture, the more I just have this little feeling on Serbia. And it's the top 2 goal scorers in the Premier League going at it. And I'm going to back Mitrovic over Haaland, which is an incredibly controversial thing to say. That's not me saying necessarily that Mitrovic is a better striker than Haaland. I'm just backing him for this one game. And I'm going to go for 2-1 to Serbia. As for the other game in the group, Sweden absolutely have to win against Slovenia, but I just don't see it happening. I really like the Slovenian striker Sesko, the heir apparent to Erling Haaland at RB Salzburg, already secured his move to Leipzig for next summer. I just really think this guy is a serious problem, and I don't see the Swedes being able to handle him. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I just don't see Sweden getting the job done. I wish them all the best, because obviously Lindelof plays for them, but I don't see it happening. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, which will see Sweden relegated. The only game that doesn't really matter tonight is the game between Albania and Iceland. Israel have already wrapped that group up, meaning that and because of the whole Russia situation, no one is getting relegated from this group. So this is just an absolute non-event game where anything could happen. So I'm just going to go for a 2-2 draw and leave it at that, because both teams could put out any team of any strength, and this is pretty much as impossible as a prediction to make. So I'm just going to go for 2-2 in that one. For the final group in League B, we have Ireland, Armenia, Ukraine and Scotland, where Ireland have to survive in order to stay up, whereas Armenia must go to Ireland and win. However, off the back of losing 5-0 at home to Ukraine, I don't see them getting a result against the Irish tonight. I'm just going to go for a 3-0 Irish win in that one. And then, yet again, we find ourselves with a Ukraine-Scotland prediction. And if you'd have asked me this 2 days ago, I'd probably go for a Scotland win again. But Ukraine beat Armenia 5-0. So even though they were absolutely humbled at the hands of the Scottish just a couple of days ago, I'm not so sure it's going to happen again. And there's rumours flying around that Scotland have a lot of illnesses in the camp and a lot of first-team players aren't going to be available. And if that's going to be the case, then I think Ukraine get the win. So for the second time this week, I'm going to go for 2-1 to Ukraine, which will see the Ukrainians promoted and the Scottish staying in League B. Finally, we have League A. And this group works exactly the same as the last group did for League B, where the 2 teams at the bottom, the winner will stay up and the loser will go down. And in the other game, the winners will go up and the losers will stay where they are. So we start with Switzerland and the Czech Republic, and as it says there, the Czechs have to go to Switzerland and win, and to be honest, I just don't see that happening. They were very poor against Portugal in my opinion, and obviously Schick missed that penalty as well. So their confidence is absolutely on the floor, whereas the Swiss confidence is going to be sky high after their victory in Spain. I'm going to go for the Swiss here, of course I am, and I'm going to go for 2-0 to them in that one. Finally, we do have Portugal against Spain, and off the back of that Swiss defeat, it now means that the Spanish have to win in Portugal. The Portuguese only have to draw to get themselves into the semi-finals of the Nations League. However, the way that they played against the Czech Republic and the way that Spain played against the Swiss, I can see Portugal putting out a real statement of intent, not only for this competition, but for the World Cup as well. And I'm going to go for 3-0 to Portugal. And I'm going to say this, I genuinely think it could be more if they play the way they did against Switzerland. So watch this space on that one. I have really high hopes for Portugal over the course of the next couple of months, and we shall see how they end up. And that is going to be it for this video and this series as it is for now up until the summer. As always, please let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Let me know what you thought of the tournament as a whole, what you feel about the Nations League. And I will see you again very, very soon for the return of the Premier League. Thank you very much for watching.